Hey, look, gravitation. Cannabis gotta be from up north forest from Jamaica. No confirmation, then it's no participation. Never see it in rotation in my conversation. No need for confrontation. This is my observation. Gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, man. Shout out to everybody that's out there, man, that's rocking with me today, man. We tapping in. We going hard today. I got about like 5 of them in me. So let's go ahead and react. But this one right here, man, shout out to Boss Talk. You feel me? 101. As you can see right here in the title, you feel me? Breakfast Club, Jess Hilarious, called out by the OG comedians. This is bad. Now, I did see, before we start this, I did see Jess saying that she did a comedy club. I think it was Mike Epps Comedy Club. Not fully into detail what she was going on, but she did say it was some discrepancies going on that, you know, when she did the comedy club, when she did Mike Epps show. Don't know exactly what happened because it was a clip, like it was a short, but it's probably going to explain in this. But we're about to go ahead and get into it. Like I always say, get your drinks, get your smokes, get your eats, whatever you about to do. Let's go ahead and do it, and let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see.
So I just want to start off by saying I love Detroit. I love my fans. I love my supporters. Absolutely. I love them. But I was handled terribly at One Mic Comedy Club. They sold me on the lie that it was Mike Epps Comedy Club. He's the OG, of course. Me being a stand-up comedian, who wouldn't want to perform in Mike Epps Comedy Club? And everybody claimed that they're the owner, right? The manager who claimed to be the owner first, her name is Kimberly Moore. She originally did the deal. I seen that she was selling the tickets for $90. Like, are you stupid? Per the deal that I signed off on, all tickets were supposed to be sold at $50. So I told her, pull me from the brunch. Some man, random, I don't know who he is. I never met before. He never was in on the deal or nothing. He walks in and he attempts to shut it down. So my husband, because he was there, he was like, no, we ain't doing nothing what? And who you supposed to be? The guy said, this ish, whatever this is, we don't do no meet and greet. And we going to shut it down. I'm the owner. This, I would never, ever. Or go back.
And
Never.
And that's she won't go back because it's terribly ran.
Yes, and Mike Epps should get his name off that. Period.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. As you can see, my girl Jess with the mess. I ain't trying to hear it. They tried to play her down in Detroit, according to what she's saying. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Big fan of hers. And just the way she was treated, you know, she didn't feel like it was right. And so when I look at Jess, Jess has now made her staple in the comedy world. And a lot of people are seeing her. And basically, now that she's on the Breakfast Club, she really done solidified herself. And so when she speaks, it's with volume now, man. So shout out to Jess with the mess, man. OG, I know you probably gonna say something a little different, but I'm still, you know, I'm a Jess fan.
Yeah, Jess with the mess. You
Hold on. Oh, and that's the big homie too, man. Shout out to I told him Marv. Before you feel me, before the big homie even speak on this situation, I think it like sometimes, bro, when you know that one of the OGs that attached to this situation, right? Publicly, like, bro, I like some Snoop said in his last interview with the Breakfast Club. It was so dope to me. And me and my other half, we both agreed on this situation where if I don't like, I think he was just talking about new artists that's out there right now or whatever. And he was like, bro, if I don't like your music, you wouldn't know it publicly. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know it publicly. And bro, 100, that's respectful. We not saying, bro, you feel me, don't keep it real. We not saying, you feel me, to lie or anything like that. But at the same time, bro, I'm not finna air out certain situations if I know my man name is attached to that. Like she said, I can get what she's saying, like, hey, man, you know, Mike Epps is not looking too good over there. But to say, oh, he need to get his name off that, like, I don't know. That's just me. Like, there's certain stuff that you feel me, you shouldn't say, in my opinion, just publicly. Especially if you just now coming. You know, you want to get just doing her thing. Don't get me wrong, bro. She been holding down social media in as far as her stand-up, bro. I seen two, not like actually live, but a couple clips that was on YouTube, bro, and was laughing. I'm talking about laughing, like not fake laugh, like let me go back to that. You feel me? So the time that she opened up for Martin Lawrence was dope. You feel me? I think she had the gray sweatsuit on, and it was another time that I seen where I'm talking about it was funny. It wasn't no forceful. I was like, oh, the crowd was dead. It was funny. So she's making her rounds like DC Young Fly and all these young, you know, these young comics that's doing their thing. I'm talking like I'm just so much older than them. But y'all know what I'm saying, though, bro, because I'm young, too. But just moving in that circle or just moving around with these individuals, bro, like you still want to keep a certain type of like standard, bro, in like a respect. I think a level of respect. I think that's what I'm aiming for, like a level of respect where no matter what, bro, I'm still not gonna gas you. Even if I'm checking you, I'm still not gonna gas you. But let me let my boy Artella Mar see what he gonna talk about.
Said it correctly. This is what I say about women and trying to play the victim. She was hired to go do a job. She comes in and she's going to try to dictate to how much. If you ain't supposed to get the $50, get your $50 and shut up. Don't worry about how much I'm making trying to count my pockets. You're sitting up in there talking about how many different owners you have. She wasn't the only comedian. They got 50 comedians. And then she runs her big mouth. She got some sexy lips, though. She ran her big ass mouth about Damian Williams.
I don't what Damian Williams. Oh, my fault. Wait, go ahead.
She don't even know who this man is, and she didn't took pictures with him. Is she taking opioids?
Oh, wait a minute, OG. I'm gonna go back on a few things that you just said, because you got to understand, when you agree to something that's contractually agreed upon, if they're taking this much money at the door, she has a right to know what they're taking at the door.
Yeah.
Her reputation is on the line, just like Damon Williams. So at the end of the day, she went to Detroit under the perception or the consumption that Mike Epps was going to be, that Mike Epps was a part of this situation, which we don't know. And then she thought Damon Wayne was going to be there, not Damon Williams. So this thing was very confusing for her.
The last time she thought it was an earthquake.
But how do you not know who Damon Williams is, though? That's the cool part about it, bro. Y'all didn't watch Comic View? I know Jess ain't that much younger than us, bro. Comic View, Damon Williams was in Comic View. That's like the GOAT. You got to know who Damon Williams are. But if she didn't know, hey, but that's what it's called, doing your research. You feel me? It's called knowing what's good, because I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? As far as when it comes to music, I always get a new rapper that probably was doing their thing in the 90s, in the early 80s during that time, and I'll be like, oh, okay, I'll get hipped on them, and I'll be like, okay, let me do my research. So for her to not know that, that's kind of crazy, because it's like, that's culture. I understand that, you feel me, that she is younger than us, but yeah, how do you not know Damon Williams? But let's continue.
If she was who she said she was, if she thought it was Mike Epps involved, she should have had her manager call his manager and find out, did he have a part of the club?
I agree with you on that.
She should have done her homework, and contractually,
not homework that way, but that's what I mean by doing your homework. You see what I agree with you on that, OG 100. You should have did more digging, like, hey, but I think she already had a relationship with Mike in the sense of, okay, if I'm doing something with Mike, because they didn't work many a time. So I think just on the strength of that, like, okay, this gotta be something that Mike is getting down with. I know how some people could be like, nah, bro, it's still, you feel me, you still just double check. Hey, I get both sides. I get both sides of the coin.
When you make a contract, when me and you talk, if you tell me you're going to pay me X amount of dollars for coming and hooping and hollering, that's the only thing I'm concerned about. I'm not concerned about how Boss Talk pay their tickets. It's not my business.
Oh,
you say you're going to give me $1,000, I can't count you. If you want to charge people $50 million, it has nothing to do with me.
Well, one thing I did see, and I agree with you on that, I mean, that once you set the pace is set. But again, if somebody's charging somebody a large amount of money and it's going to cause her not to get the crowd in there, or if it's going to rain down on her brand in a way to where she feels it's going to discredit her brand and she's not with that, then I think she has the right to say, hey, I'm not going to do the show, because
she don't have the right to do nothing but perform. You can't tell me D-Town and she want to charge 100. We got players in D-Town.
First of all, that ain't D-Town. D-Town is Dallas, but go ahead.
D-Town is y'all Cowboys. I'm talking Detroit, Michigan.
Shout out to Detroit.
Detroit, Michigan. She got her little pretty little ass on that stage. She ain't that funny no way. So let's say that.
Nah, don't do that now. I can't let you do that, big homie. On the pick, I can't let you do that, big homie. Nah, don't. You feel me? Jess, you ain't never seen her stand up, big homie. You gotta tap in. Jess is hard, bro. Jess is hard. I can't let you do that, big homie. Nah.
That, and if they wanted to charge, but yeah, they was overcharging $90 because nobody wanted to hear her.
Hey, but you know what's crazy? This make me go back. My bad. I don't mean to stop, but this make me go back to from the big homie speaking on this situation, bro. My other half always be like, man, name me a pretty funny comedian when it comes to women. Like, and I'm like, what? She was like, bro, usually the woman, and no disrespect, because I know it's coming, it's probably about to set some people off. You feel me? But like somebody like a sexy, like a sex symbol, and she's hilarious. You feel me? A sex symbol and hilarious. You feel me? Just put even though I'm saying just that ain't that crazy to play on words, but she said usually it doesn't work like that, bro. You feel me? If you too pretty for some odd reason, you it doesn't translate, you feel me, with the audience. I'm like I said, she threw that out there. I'm not necessarily saying I agree, but she told me, she asked me that question. Y'all let me know in the comments below, you feel me, if y'all agree. But let's keep it going though. Cause no lie though, you know, just two that come in mind, but their careers, you know, cause I mean all women, you know, are black queens that's doing their thing. You feel me? Vanessa Facture, some more, Tiffany Haddish, you know, it's a bunch of them, bro. Like I can, you know, I just can't think right now, but yeah, like, but y'all let me know below, like how you, but none of them still haven't got, I think Tiffany out of that bunch that I just named, because some more, they still do their thing, but I mean like that superstar status. That's what she said. A sex symbol, superstar status. Funny, like in that type of way, like your Kevin Hart status as a female. But let's go ahead and get back into it. My fault.
What do you think about Damon Williams, man? Like I said, he's from Chicago, and I rock with like the comedians out of Chicago. I rock with the comedians really everywhere because when they come to town, they always stop by Boss Talk. Shout out to Piper, just left the other night. So, and Ali Sadiq and all the people that we deal with in comedy, for Cedric Entertainer, Lil Rel, all those people to step up in defense of Damon Williams. I thought that was noble for them to do that.
I mean, they gotta give homage to somebody. Yeah, you a new booty talking about you don't know him, but again, she should know him because he's just like her. He ain't that funny.
Oh Lord, you say Damon Williams ain't funny?
Oh, what?
I mean,
Big homie, you tripping?
If you're 55 or over, did you know you could leave your loved ones with an inheritance of up to $300,000 with senior life insurance? You see, most seniors don't realize.
You know, so I mean, when you
hold on, bro.
Being ghetto, he's
my fault, y'all.
I mean, he ain't like a Scruncho, and he ain't like Kirkland, you know. So I mean, when you put him up to the bar,
and then you say Scruncho and TK Kirkland, and them my dogs, bro. They're my dogs. But bro, Scruncho and TK Kirkland, Damien, like I mean, that's home. Well, Scruncho, that's home team. You feel me? That's off top. You feel me? And TK, we already know, legend. You know, legendary. You feel me? You know, it didn't happen unless TK was there to witness it or to orchestrate it. We already know. You feel me? TK did it first. But yeah, I'm just trying to think over Damien Williams. I'm gonna have to get back on that.
Being ghetto, he's a Chris Tucker kind of dude.
What you mean? Chris Tucker funny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the white boys and people out of Dallas.
No, man. Chris Tucker funny. You might want to stop that. Chris Tucker is funny.
You got some Peckerwood ass jokes. He could not come to Compton with that.
Oh, gee, you be tripping, man. Dave Chappelle. All these guys do the same.
Dave Chappelle, nowhere close to Chris Tucker.
Man, Chris Tucker is a phenomenal stand-up man. You ready to say that man?
Yeah, he's in the White House with Donald Trump. He makes all them Peckerwoods laugh, looking like a coon.
Oh man, I'm just telling you the way that you express about.
Yeah, you getting a little bit too personal now. You all in there looking like a. Yeah, Big homie, you tripping on this one, dog. I ain't never really disagree with you, but you definitely tripping on this one.
Chris Tucker is way off, and the Jess hilarious. She's doing a tremendous job over there at the Breakfast Club. She's a hell of a personality, man.
She'll do a tremendous job. She'll crack a joke on the Breakfast Club. People call.
She crack jokes all the time, OG.
Just because if you know how lustful men are, we watch the Breakfast Club just to see her big pretty lips.
Oh, come on, OG, stop it, man. Why you going in like that? You know that woman is talented, man.
She ain't got no talent at all. If she was that talented, she would have did. Man, do you know if some comedians would do a club if it ain't but 10 people in there, and she argued about who the owners are, and Mike Epps is not there, and then, why do you need all this support?
Well, Mike Epps, I mean, Damon Wayne was not there. Damon Wayne was supposed to be there. Mike Epps supposed to be affiliated with that.
No, her conversation was that she thought Damon Wayans had been there before her. Not he was supposed to be
correct.
And so, if Gunzilla was there before you, what it got to do with you? That means, what is your act supposed to do?
OG, when you think about the stuff that she's done in the time of the internet world, she's had some tremendous strides. She's been on different places, wilding out. She's been in movies. She's doing her thing to get where she need to be to position herself to end up. Well, she's been in some low budget films, man.
Yeah, what movie? She ain't been in no major movie. She been on Wild and Out. She had some pretty lips in too.
OG, you got to give her a break because she definitely is one of our sisters is doing her thing when it comes to the world she's created.
She ain't doing nothing to cause a gang of chaos. Stay in her place and quit mentioning other people's name, trying to belittle them that they haven't come up to her bar. Your bar is so low, little lady. If you don't sit your ass down somewhere, she should have been honored that Detroit even asked her to come bring her nine.
You ain't gonna sit up here and talk about my Baltimore homie like that. I'm not gonna play by my girl Jess. Yeah, get it right.
So one thing about it, she ain't funny, but she with the wire. She sold a lot of dope.
OG, what about her husband stepping in and making sure that gave me like a Monique feel when he stepped in and kind of sheltered his girl, like y'all, what is y'all trying to do? And it was some dude saying he was the owner, and she had already spoke to the other owner how many owners it is. That's what she was asking.
And her husband did right, put her ass in the car and took her home.
OG, you ain't worth 5 pennies, man. Boy, you tough, man. But hey, guys, get in the comments, man. Let us know what y'all think about Jess and what happened with her in Detroit. Do you think she can ever come back?
Do I think she can ever come back? Of course she can, bro. Of course, in my opinion. But I know, man, the big homie is funny, bro. The big homie is definitely funny. He's from the land, but I don't agree with the things that he was saying. But hey, everybody got their opinion. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I don't agree. I think Jess is dope. I think one of the young talented artists out here that's doing their thug thizzle, bro. But yeah, I definitely don't agree. As far as movies, I didn't see it in BMF. The story, I forget the first lady of BMF, forget her name, excuse me. But I think she done some work. If you want to call them low budget or whatever, okay. But at this point, at this day and age right now, bro, it don't even matter if you low budget or not. Are you working? That's what it's about, bro. Are you working? Are you working? See, low budget used to be frowned upon, right? But when you got Tubi millionaires nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Multi-millionaires. I'm talking about just Tubi actors. Real talk. So, yeah, but like I say, y'all let me know in the comments below. I'm gravitating with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong.